deep for the Ducks, and we are underway. Noah will let that one go out the back of the end zone for the touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. First down, Ducks from their 25-yard line. In the pistol. Play fake. Wanted to go long, I think, and all he's going to do is go down.
And only 1 sec given up by this team all year, and IU comes with those relentless, you don't know which four guys are coming, but it's always four with different angles, and this time a twist inside really discombobulated that offensive line for Oregon that time. You saw him crisscross, and they blocked the blocker in front of him.
Mario Landino's the guy that got home with the sack and a loss of 7. Now they'll go to the ground game and try to get at least that 7 back. And Noah Whittington gets it back where it's going to be third down. Third down and 11. They're opening third down. You saw 51% conversion rate. They're going to quick throw, wide receiver screen to the outside, and they got the first down. Gary Bryant. And the Ducks on a third and long pick it up. That's Gary Bryant who just made the catch. He'll settle in on the right side. Noah Whittington, little stutter step, and then bangs his way for positive yardage. Jamari Sharp made the tackle. Dante Moore throws short over the middle, and short of the first down is Whittington. Looked like he had enough open space, but he cut to the side instead and ends up short. Jay Harris in the backfield with Moore. They fake the pitch to him. Dante's going to try to do it himself. Oh boy, it's close.
Just short, I think.
Yeah, that's Harris on the direct snap, I beg your pardon.
Remember two weeks ago it's Penn State, Dan Lanning went for it 6 times on fourth down.
So the direct snap went to Harris, and he faked the pitch to Moore instead of the other way around. And it is fourth down. Jordan Davison comes into the lineup.
Oregon substituted, so they will give IU time to substitute.
Davison, very short yardage guy. Let's see if he gets the handle. He will. I don't think he got it.
Make it.
Looks like the Hoosiers defense is held.
Boy, penetration inside. I think it was Tyreek Tucker, number 95, that gets the penetration on the play. And then cleaned up from the outside the linebacker. Tyreek Tucker makes the play, and I think it was Isaiah Jones that also got in on the play.
The guy you just talked about, Jones, is the guy that made the hit, the final hit anyway, to bring him down. Coming around the edge right there.
He got the first part of it and cleaned up.
The shift on the defensive front for the Ducks. Mendoza going to go on the sideline and got it complete to Surratt.
Yeah, they did. They get the turnover. They try to make the big play. Surratt on a back shoulder comeback. Gets real deep, looking for the back shoulder all the way. That was a called play.
Mendoza looking for more. Now he's going to throw it away out the back of the end zone. Roman Himby, the tailback, hasn't touched it yet. He's a threat as a runner and out of the backfield. He's got it here. And he got about 3. And it was Amari Washington holding on for dear life. It'll bring up third down and 7. Conversion rate, it's the 4th best in the country. Third down and 7 in the red zone of the 19. Opening possession for Indiana. Firing high, incomplete. Surratt, the intended receiver, and broken up nicely by Johnson over there. Radicic. He's perfect so far. 46 is his career long. That was 2 weeks ago. This one's from 37 yards out to try to put the Hoosiers on the board first. And we got a false start.
I think it was Dylan Thieneman, number 31, who bailed quickly out and drew the penalty.
Radicic kick on the way inside the left upright and good. Noah Whittington back deep for the Ducks. And he'll let that one go and bring it out to the 25-yard line again.
Oh, man.
No gain. There's some hitting going on right now.
This IU defense.
Moore going to throw short out in the flat. Got it out to Jordan Davison. Davison knocked out. It'll bring up third down. Last time they had a third and long, they got it to Gary Bryant. Four-man rush. Moore throws incomplete. And it's broken up again by D'Angelo Pons. Jonathan Brady backpedals, takes it at the 22-yard line. Brady got around one guy, but not the second wave, and he's dropped right about where he caught it. First and 10, Indiana. Across the middle, complete, and Nowakowski, the tight end's got a gain. They average 270 passing and 268 rushing. That's balance. And this run is going to be about a yard shy of the first down for Himby. Third and a yard. The shift on the front and a false start on the left side.
There's that shift again. Now, there was talk about if the shift is drawing them off, they might call it on the defense. But not this time.
5-yard penalty. It's still third down.
Mendoza. Pocket collapses and down he goes. And it's Amari Washington. This is the guy they say is the most freakish athlete on the Oregon team. He weighs about 335 pounds and he is cat quick.
That is scary.
Well, that's only the 6th sack all year allowed by the Hoosiers, and now they got a punt.
Remember, that was third and less than a yard.
Right.
They were in shotgun.
Before the penalty. And now we got a flag down on the snap here.
Delay a game?
Delay a game.
Yep.
Offense number 44. 5-yard penalty. Fourth down.
McCarthy in his own end zone. Got to be careful. Got it away quickly. Not a great punt, fielded at the 48-yard line by Gary Bryant on the fly, and he just steps out of bounds. And with the punt,
now let's
at the
see
49-yard line,
Oregon
good field
gets
position.
Aggressive. They are.
And we got a jet sweep going on for Degorian Moore. And that got about 6. Will Stein calls this the gas tempo. Get your ass set. Dante Moore backpedals, fires, got a man there, and it's got him. Malik Benson, touchdown. 44 yards on the score.
Watch him move inside and lose the slot receiver. Bang, he's past him, and Dante Moore does not miss a throw like that.
Extra point, up and good by Atticus Savington. Roman Himby waiting on the kickoff. He's got to let that one go. That'll bring it out to the 25. He'll get the carry, and he bangs his way out close to the 30. On the bootleg, Mendoza throws, and he's got the first down out to Omar Cooper. First and 10. Hoosiers at their own 41-yard line. Black busts off the left side. Kalon Black picks up about 14 yards on that one.
Well, remember a year ago it was Justin Ellison, Lawton, the 2 running backs. They reloaded running back with Himby and Kalon Black. Look at this quickness inside. Again, at the end of the play, falling forward. That is IU offense. Good job up front by the IU offensive line.
Rushing yardage for Himby and Black virtually even so far this year. Mendoza fires near sideline. Got it complete. First down. And it's Omar Cooper again. Empty backfield now on first down at the 34. Wide out screen, little bubble screen, and backpedaling for another first down is Cooper again. But right now, he's got a good drive going. And again out to Cooper. And that time the blocking sort of failed him on the outside. Good looking drive. 2 runs, 4 passes. Has covered 52 yards in the last 3.5 minutes. And now it's Himby, turn. And Roman. Mendoza going to take off on his own. He's got the first down and more. Down to the 5-yard line, maybe inside to the 4. They actually spotted at the 3-yard line. First and goal.
Nice answer by IU. 8-play drive here.
Himby, touchdown. Roman Himby in to give the Hoosiers the lead back.
When you're running at the goal line and the first guy you meet is Dylan Thieneman, the free safety, you don't dodge him, you run right over him. Wow.
Radicic in for the point after. Up and good. And he still won't. And Whittington, whoa, he's fighting his way for about 7.
I wonder if he got a piece of that face mask on that play or not.
Going to bring the first quarter to a close.
We beat ourselves in a couple moments not executing properly, but we got to come out here and be physical in the second quarter, establish a run game, stay on schedule on first down so we can take advantage of our opportunities.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Third down and 3. Dante Moore double checks, rolls to his right, and not going to get the first down. And he took a pretty big hit at the end of that play. Kellen Wyatt is the guy that's down for Indiana. Meanwhile, are they going to try to force him to jump, or are they going to run a play? They're going to run a play for the one, and they got it. And they got more than one for Davison.
And that's their big freshman, Jordan Davison. Jordan Davison, the power back. We will see Dyer Hill later, number 23, the swift speed back. But look at that run.
First down at the 32. They'll keep it on the ground. And tripped up, or it might have been another big opener. Second down and 8 at the 30. Play fake, Dante Moore. Looked like he wanted a long ball. He's going to run it himself and slides for a first down.
Yeah, but there's going to be a late hold this time on center. Malaulu this time, number 72.
Holding. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. It's still second down.
Second down, 16. Dante Moore loads, goes across the middle to Davison. 3 receivers to Moore's left. He's going to go that way. No, he won't. He shovels it instead to Lamar. Woo! And a major hit again. This one by Tyreek Tucker.
I'll tell you, just relentless defense.
Prior to the pass being thrown. Holding. Defense number 22. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Includes an automatic first down.
Lamar on the ground. The Ducks are in the red zone where they've scored on every possession this year. This time, bobbled pass incomplete. Kamari Johnson. Third down at 6. Moore again flushed out of the pocket. He's not going to get away from that guy. Aiden Fisher again. Atticus Sappington lining it up. He'll try from 40 yards away, and he's got it. Roman Hemby will let it go, and we'll bring it out to the 25-yard line for the Hoosiers. Kalon Black in the backfield. Play RPO, a strike to Surratt. Picks up about 9. Now they go to Black, and he's not going to get to the line of scrimmage. Mendoza is going to go back shoulder throw. That should be holding or interference.
That should be a penalty, shouldn't it?
I don't see a flag.
Holy cow.
Looked like he was draped all over him, Brandon Finney. And there is not a penalty on the play.
Let's take a look. It's going to be a back shoulder throw. Oh, yeah, that's got to be called. And they just warned him this time because they knew it would be a big penalty, keeping it available for him to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, the side judge kind of just backed him up. You're not supposed to be that far out on the field. On the other end of the field, 4th down and 1. And now flags fly.
Now let's see how they call this. Remember, he said the shifting caused it.
Prior to the ball being snapped, false start. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty. It's still 4th down.
Mitch McCarthy to punt. The spiral goes to the 30-yard line to Gary Bryant. Bryant made 1 and 2 guys miss, but the first guy gets back to make the tackle after he got about a 6-yard return.
During the kick, holding, return team number 11. 10-yard penalty is enforced from the end of the kick. 1st down and 10.
And the Ducks back on offense at the 21-yard line. Dante Moore, the RPO, and a strike to Decorian Moore. And he's got a 1st down. 1st down at the 35. Dante one-handed the snap, and he just throws this one away.
Yeah, he did. He had to throw it away. He had nothing over there. Yeah, I think both defenses are happy, though. Nothing blowing up on him. Long pass for Oregon. One big play.
Dante, this one's behind his intended receiver, Malik Benson.
Very fortunate on this play.
3 wideouts to Dante Moore's right. He's going to look to go the other way. He's going to be planted at the 20-yard line.
This guy is a playmaker right here. Isaiah Jones. These 3 inside linebackers just runs right over Noah Whittington that time. A good pass blocker for this Oregon. You see the moves he made? He didn't try to run over him. He faked him out and got the sack.
And he leads the team in sacks, and that one was a 12-yard loss, and it forces a punt. And fair catch called for on the other end by Jonathan Brady. Mendoza, here comes the heat, throws to the outside, throws a strike, complete. Elijah Surratt, and Surratt's got a 1st down. Surratt's got 4 catches today. He's got a catch in 44 straight football games. This one's a little high, and what a grab. A one-hander by Cooper, and Cooper's got a 1st down. I thought that thing was going to sail to the sideline, and Cooper had a different idea.
Not only does he make a great catch on the RPO throw like that, then he spins out of it and gets 5 more yards. What a play by Amar Cooper. Look at that.
Got away from that guy and then ran over Thieneman. 1st down at the 43. Mendoza loads, lets it fly, and almost caught, broken up at the very end of the play by Brandon Finney. 2nd down and 10. Just over 5 to go in the half at the 43-yard line. Mendoza is going to run with it. Thieneman tracks him down, and he only got about a yard. Four-man rush. Mendoza pumps once and throws it away as he's hit. And they let the kick go, and it takes a hop back to around the 10, I think, is where they touched it. Moore pulls it out, throws it out to Lamar, and he got about 4. Keep it on the ground. Davison again blasts through for the first down run. Lamar's in there right now. And he'll get this carry. And he's got 6 or 7 before Devin Boykin brings him down.
Good job up front that time by that Oregon offensive line, physically moving IU.
Jaden Lamar. Another first down. First down at the 38. Dante Moore sidearms it, complete, and a pick of about 3 for Jamari Johnson. Kenyon Sadiq's been quiet today. The throw complete. First down and then some. Gary Bryant. Will Stein has said Gary Bryant is my security blanket. That dependable number 2.
Yeah, nice little stop route out, and again, the athleticism of Bryant frees up a 5-8 yard pass for a big play.
Turns into 18 yards. Now Moore thrown out of self-defense. Got it to DeGorian Moore. He's got another first down, and he's still going.
Yeah, and that was a late whistle. He almost broke free.
High snap and a whistle before the play can get underway.
Snap infraction, offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty, it's still first down.
So it's 1st and 15 back at the 28-yard line. On the ground, Davison got it back to the 21. Now the motion is Kenyon Sadiq. They pump fake it one way. Dante Moore throws late and incomplete, intended for Sadiq. And they're going to run it. And they stop him at the 18-yard line. This will be from 36. And he missed it. Wide left. And he looks shocked. And so does their coach a little bit.
They run the draw.
Himby cuts it outside. Roman Himby, and he got about 14 before Thieneman whacked him on the sideline. And they still got a couple timeouts, 18 seconds to work with. Mendoza fires near side. That's complete.
Yeah, laid out route. They just didn't get the roughing the passer part of it.
Elijah Surratt. 20 would give him a crack if it's Frankie. Otherwise, there's the line. That line is for Radicic. First things first, Mendoza in the pocket, flushed out of the pocket. Throws, that should be a flag, and it is.
Pass interference. Defense number 26. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot includes an automatic first down.
From 58, will it be true again this time? Kick on the way, and he got it. Wow, 2 in a row, that one counts. And he says, why didn't you let me kick off too? I'm just gonna knock this baby out of here. He's gonna try to keep it in the field of play so the 1 second will go off when they pick it up. And they do pick it up, and took a knee, but the first half has expired. Here in Eugene, and the second half, Indiana gets the football first, and of course they scored at the end of the first quarter on that long field goal, so let's see what they can do with the first 4 minutes of this quarter. Crowd trying to get back into it after that long field goal gave Indiana the lead. And that's a good way to start. Bale Alexander has got Himby all wrapped up. On 2nd and long, the RPO is knocked down. Blitz coming. Toss sweep to Himby, trying to get to the edge, and he won't get there. Betcher won't let him. And they were coming in to give him some pressure, but he got it away, and the fair catch is taken at the 34-yard line by Gary Bryant. Gary Bryant in motion, settles in behind him. First down from the 35. Throw complete. Kenyon Sadiq, just as Gary called it, picks up 10 and a first down. And It's a jet sweep to Corian Moore.
Yeah,
Got across midfield, but that's about it. Moore trying to buy himself some time and going to be taken out of bounds, losing the football, and a penalty marker down.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
Quick throw, wide out screen. Bryant got to midfield. That's about it. This guy's not used to punting this many times, and he's not going to. Well, he finally did. And this might be a beauty. Down around the 2-yard line. Blitz coming off the edge. A quick RPO throws incomplete, intended for Elijah Surratt. Hemby right in the middle of the pack, maybe got 2. It's 3rd down and long. The noise level is going to increase right here. 3rd down and 8. Mendoza just got rid of it, and it's incomplete. 4th down. And he did get rid of it in a hurry. Bryant at the 45. And down around the 38-yard line. Jaden Lamar in the backfield with Moore, also joined there by Jordan Davison. And they fake it to Davison and go to the outside to Corian Moore. And he only got about 2 or 3 yards out of that before the IU defense stands him up. Hill and Davidson both in there. One leading the way for the other, but it's leading nowhere. Well, it didn't get a block and only found a tackle. Isaiah Jones. 5 receivers for Dante Moore. Got to get rid of it in a hurry and throws long, intended for Corian Moore, who a little miscommunication there, or he just wanted to get rid of it. 4th down's been their friend this season so far, and it still is. 1st down throw to Jeremiah McClellan.
Yeah, more enough time throw. That means you're 1 short in the secondary. Get him back out there in between, throwing the hook pass.
They got 13 yards on 3rd and 9, and now they go on a streak to the end zone, incomplete. McClellan. Davison. And Davison still going. Got to the 20. 3rd down and 6 at the 20. Extra man on the rush that throws across the middle, short of the 1st down. And Davison, forward progress. I think he's going to be about 2 yards shy. He's going to try a 34-yarder this time in the middle of the field. And it's up and good. Just has a look and lets it go. And there's the numbers for Fernando. Good to start, not so much since. And they try to run it here, and they don't get anything with Kalon Black. Betcher's out there again. 2nd and 9. Mendoza pressured, throws, knocked away, incomplete.
He's going to get pass interference. His other arm, his right arm was hooked around the receiver. Let's see if he turns him just a bit here.
Jaden Kennedy is the guy defending.
Pass interference. Defense number 7. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Includes an automatic. 1st down.
On the RPO, the throw is complete, and Kennedy makes the play on Omar Cooper. He'll set his tailback behind him on 2nd down at 5 and give it off to him. And the ball came out. The tackle made by Tuioti, and it's going to be 3rd down. Mendoza is going to quarterback draw it for the 1st down and then some. at the 47 of the Ducks. Roman Himby. Himby found a gap on the right side, tripped himself up, but he got 8 out of it.
Nice job by Coogan and Lynch and Khalil Benson. Against Iowa, they struggled a bit with some of the pass rush and the cover zero blitz coverage. But on this one, they run the stretch play outside, good work inside, and Himby just takes the hold.
Mendoza comes up firing on second and short and gets it to Surratt. Another catch for Elijah. Here comes an end around. Whoops. Slipping and going down, courtesy of Tuioti. Mendoza scanning the field, throws out to Himby. Got away. Got a first down and more. Roman out of the backfield, and that puts him over 1,000 yards receiving in his career, all the way to the 10.
Two really good things here. Watch the offensive line, give him a pocket as he goes. Mendoza from the left side all the way back to the right side and catches his running back out there for a check down.
First and goal right at the 10. Mendoza to the corner, incomplete, flag comes out. Here's a call.
Pass interference. Defense number 7. A ruled ball be placed at the 2-yard line. Includes an automatic first down.
Full backfield. Himby, touchdown. Second time today. This one from 2 yards out.
On balance to the right. Power to the right. Everything. 2 tight ends in the game. Takes it on, and Himby scores the second touchdown of the game, standing up.
Radicic, extra point is good. Frankie's kickoff, much like his field goal earlier, out of the back of the end zone. Still a lot of football left for the Ducks, and it's Noah Whittington outside the 30-yard line. They're going to keep it on the ground. They're going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Aiden Fisher with another tackle. And some of that training with a quarterback sneak just got him a first down. Whittington, the veteran, in there with him in the backfield right now. They fake it to him. Moore comes up firing to the outside.
Nice play.
Nice play. Benson, the intended receiver, and Jamari Sharp. He wasn't laying down on defense on that play.
No, he wasn't. He was challenged by his coach in the first half, and you know what? He didn't pout. He accepted the tough coaching, and he looks like making the play when it needed to be made.
Second down and 10, and it's Hill, and he's not going anywhere. Lost a yard, maybe 2. Final seconds of the third quarter ticking off. Third down and 11. Third down hasn't been good on 3rd and long today for Oregon. Heavy pressure on Moore, and down he goes. And it was Kellen Wyatt off the edge.
Yeah, they simulate the blitz inside with Aiden Fisher, number 4, who's been basically unblockable to one side, but he bails on the play. And then they go the other way on it and make the sack. Beautiful call, nice defensive setup.
James Ferguson Reynolds to punt away. Ooh, they got close to that one. And Brady on the other end is a good punt. Brady had to fair catch it way back at the 14-yard line with 14:09 to go. Betcher, nice play on the tight end. Maybe got a yard out of it, Noah Castle. Mendoza's had to work for all those yards. And he's going to keep it this time and dive forward out around the 23. Third down and a short 2. Mendoza throws off his back foot. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Ducks. And it's Brandon Finney, the freshman, touchdown. A pick six by Finney. That's the mistake the Oregon defense was looking for from number 15.
I think you're right. It's going to be coming right across the umpire right here. But the back foot throw, he did not get his butt into that throw, and it hung. And Finney, who avoided the umpire on the play, made a wonderful play.
Extra point is good. Hemby just walks away. They'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Let's go back to the interception, Gare.
Yeah, the receiver this time, A.J. Williams, does exactly what he wants to do. Run right off the umpire on the play. That's Ryan McClellan. Watch the job he does to avoid the contact. And Brandon Finney goes around and then picks it for Cherry. That's the second big play for Oregon, a 44-yard touchdown pass. And what was that, 33-yard interception? Two big plays, and now it's going to get loud.
Hemby slipped on his own. Got about 2 yards before falling down. Mendoza, quick slant, a little bit behind the receiver, but he got the first down.
Nice job.
Omar Cooper again. First down. From the 36, Mendoza throws to Hemby. Hemby's only got about 3 out of that. Second and 7. Hemby into the pile, maybe 2 or 3 more. Bear Alexander made first contact.
We've talked about that off defensive line for IU. Watch the push from this Oregon defensive line on this play. I think it's Amari Washington on the bottom. Yes, see that leverage? He gets it, actually ties up 2 people and then spins back.
Big third down. Mendoza on a crosser. Got it to his tight end. And I don't know where they're going to give him forward progress as Flowers made the hit.
And a wonderful hit by Flowers, aggressive. And I think you're right, he's short.
Got a flag down as well.
Offside. Defense.
We're looking for a number.
Yeah, but that'll be an automatic first down, though. It was less than
Offside.
5.
Defense. That 5-yard penalty is accepted. It includes an automatic first down.
They're at the 47-yard line. Kalon Black in the backfield with Mendoza. He'll get the carry. Spins his way for a couple. And that's about it. This time, nice follow by Black to follow his blockers. Actually had his hand right on his rear end, and he's close to a first down.
And remember, that's a great read by the quarterback. This is an RPO. He could have pulled this. He looks, he sees, he's confident. He knows he's got the box in his favor. The number of defensive players in that tackling zone, he lets it go.
He just followed Holden Stays, the tight end, but he's a yard shy of the first down, and now we got a flag.
I think there's going to be movement by number 74.
Snapped. False start. Offense number 67.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Third down, and the biggest third down of the day so far with under 9 to play. Mendoza throws complete, got it to Surratt, first down, and then a little bit more.
What a route. What a designed route this time by Mike Shanahan, the offensive coordinator. He was a receiver at college at Pitt. Watch this play right here by comes in, wiggles, and then comes back out. In, wiggles, comes back out, is put right there. What a call.
Hemby actually got something out of that. Looked like he was going to maybe lose yardage, and got about 3 yards as we hit the 8-minute mark. Second down and 6. There's the shift on the front wall. Blitz coming. And we got a flag down.
They're going to call. I wonder if they will call it on Oregon or not.
Prior to the ball being snapped. False start.
Nope.
Offense number 62. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Surratt with a motion man on that play, and now he's in motion. Surratt's got it first and goal. Thieneman saved a touchdown.
That was that jailbreak screen again that they ran with the linemen, just letting everybody go, and they're sprinting to the outside at the snap. Linemen are downfield. Good block that time. Inside out by the IU. Bray Lynch got the key block.
How big has Elijah Surratt been today? The RPO is thrown behind the intended receiver, incomplete. That was Omar Cooper. Blitz coming. Mendoza throws late and throws it away. And it's third and goal. 4 wideouts for Mendoza. Here comes the pressure. Throws to the corner. Touchdown, Surratt.
How about that? They've gone back shoulder throw about 7 times in this game. That ball was halfway there. Did Surratt push off a little? Timing route to the outside. Ball is halfway there when Surratt turns around. Trust the quarterback, trust your best player.
Well, nice play.
Really was.
Perfect throw.
There's been a lot of those to the outside by Mendoza in this game.
Another Gary 75-yard drive. This one in 12 plays. And none bigger than the 2 passes to Surratt. The extra point is good.
Six minutes and 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, their possessions have been punt, field goal, punt, and then they did get the pick 6.
Correct.
Moore in trouble immediately, and he has to go down, sacked again from the 21-yard line as we approach 6 minutes remaining. Noah Whittington is the fake. The ball's in the air, and it's intercepted by Indiana. Plucked out of the air by Lewis Moore. So both quarterbacks suffer just their second interceptions of the season. This is a big, big one here for Moore.
So this play action, this is an RPO again by this IU team inside, and I think it was Kamara it was Stephon Daly, number 8, that got it. Stephen Daly, watch him get that hand up, and it's up there in the air. Your quarterback is hot, and they can't cover number 13. What do you dial up?
And now another shift, another flag.
One. 5th of the game.
Full start. Offense number 37. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And it's going to be a keeper. Mendoza got inside the 30. 2nd and 7. Himby straight up the middle. Betcher stands him up. He's short of the first down by several yards. It'll bring up 3rd down. There's the shift. Mendoza throws complete. Going to be short of the first down, I think, to Nowakowski.
Ruling on the field is a first down. That play is under further review. After further review, the ruling of a field of a first down is upheld. First down.
Well, now we know it's at the 22 because that's where Coogan just put his hand over it. Himby straight ahead, blasts his way for positive yardage.
Lanning will have to start burning his timeouts now.
Well, Oregon came up with a pick 6 when they desperately needed a turnover. Can they come up with another one? Himby, he's got a first down. Tough running by number 1. Play clock down to 3. They just keep giving it to Himby, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage with that one. And we're at 3 minutes. And timeout. Himby in the backfield with Mendoza from the 12-yard line. They can get a first down at the 1. Himby pushes his way inside the 10. And there goes the last timeout. That's what they do. And Himby gets it to the 5-yard line. Up and inside the left upright. And Radicic may never have to buy another meal in Bloomington if the lead holds. And starting at the 25 with no timeouts remaining except the 2-minute timeout, here comes the Oregon offense. Well, whatever magic the offense has and Will Stein, the coordinator, has up their sleeves, they better use it right now. Dante Moore hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. And that is going to be the ball game. Isaiah Jones, the linebacker Gary's been talking about all day long, and he just jumped in front of that pass.
Think about this again. IU stays with their base defense. Those are their playmakers. They've got Fisher and Isaiah Jones in on the game on that play. They drop the other linebacker, and he makes the fundamental play.
Dante Moore had thrown only one interception all year, and he's thrown 2 today. And that's victory formation for Mendoza and company. Look out, don't get hit late. And he does the same thing, using some extra seconds. Just don't want to drop the ball for some reason, and he gets run over again.
Wow.
He's looking that way, but he's going to throw short and out of bounds to Bryant, and that only picked up 2.5 yards. And that's where, well, that one's in the dirt, intended for Whittington again. And his 4th down. There's the completion. Kenyon Sadiq takes a long time to hit the turf.
Yeah, clock will stop for the first down, then start, so they'll have to go up and ground it.
And they're hustling up to the line. Clock starts. Well, he's going to try to throw it downfield. Throws across the middle, hoping for a miracle. Stepping out of bounds with 2 seconds is Whittington.
Well, IU winning at Oregon.
Yeah, say that 3 years ago.
Oh,
Final play. Dante Moore lofts it down to the end zone and almost caught, incomplete. Wouldn't have mattered as far as the outcome of the game. And what a win for Curt Cignetti and the Indiana Hoosiers.